Hello, TV land. Hello, YouTubia, and Zoom, the Zombies in my room, who I love. And G, I'm gonna mute. Oh, there you go. You did it. We are gonna do in role play today a lymphatic protocol that I learned from Dr. Perry Nicholson, who is like my current favorite person that I'm learning from, apart from Tim Vanderfleet and Michael Taft and a million other people that I'm learning from. So I'm going to start seated. You could do the standing up. We're going to eventually get onto the floor. Let's just start with rubbing your hands together. So getting the energy, whatever that means. I know that whenever I do Reiki, this is the beginning. Get the heat, feel the relationship. And I do it slightly different than Perry Nicholson, just by adding some movement of our bodies underneath. So I'm going to start up here, just above my collarbone, or you could have one couple fingers above and one below, circling around. I've got my right hand on my left side. So right hand to left side. And as I'm in there, I'm also just going to really slowly and gently turn my head a little bit. So I'm moving from the inside and I'm moving from the outside. And I'm starting to slow myself down to come into a more parasympathetic state. Switch it to the other side, other hand, same thing. And as you're in there, relax your tongue, relax your jaw. You can even make some noises. You're muted. You can go, get that droopy. Nothing, there's no problems when you're droopy. Everything's just okay. I really recommend it as a solution to anger. Just turn into droopy. Droopy's not mad about anything. And then we're going to go up. You can do this. Maybe we'll do the same, both sides at the same time. Just behind your ear, kind of getting in there. And from there, maybe, again, releasing neck and jaw, tongue easy. And you can move your fingers down your neck. Start up there, down the sides of your neck. So what we're doing is we're clearing up this area. This is like the main area that once we start to, we're almost like creating a vacuum so the lymph can come back up and move through there. So we always want to start here with that. Then the next place we're going to is like armpit pec. And again, I'm going to move a little bit here just so that I'm getting the movement from the inside and the outside. And my touch is not so much that it would bruise or hurt. For me, it's kind of a medium level touch. Again, jaw, neck, and throat really easy. And then switch it to your other side, same thing. Massaging the top of David Bowie's head. You can also add sound to this. So if we added some sound, it's going to give some release on that parasympathetic vagus nerve level. Letting go of any idea of being cool. Let it go. And then shake that out for a second. Just give it a shake. Relax your face, neck, and head. And we're coming down to David Bowie's nose and chin, below your xiphoid process and above your belly button. So right there in the middle. This is like our biggest lymphatic sort of center area. And there's somebody outside in a car doing weird things. And I'm going to move myself and get my fingers in there a little bit, getting this ripple through rib cage, pelvis, jaw, head. So these three big bony structures, cranium, rib cage, pelvis, are getting some freedom as I'm moving into that place. And then I'm going to stand up for this so that I can get into, we're going to do inguinal fold just up here and then behind your knees. So I am going, here are my ASIS. These are the 2 points of the front of my pelvis, the 2 points of my pelvic bones, and sort of like pubic hairline, depending on how hairy that is, you are down there. And you kind of get into both of those. You can also kind of maybe move yourself inside of that, like especially for Western humans, we tend to be pretty immobile in our pelvises. So yeah, let that go down. Think of also that this basin of your pelvis, of your like this is holding all your reproductive organs and all that kind of stuff. Think of it really like, here's my most excellent version of it, like a singing bowl. That whole singing bowl, rhythm of the singing bowl, it has a better sound than what I'm making, but I'm just doing that to go for some release. Yeah. And then we're going to go shake that out again so you can release your arms, neck, and everything. And then behind the knees. So I'm going to go behind my knees and I'm going to bend and straighten as I'm doing it. Bending and straightening. Just again, to get that extra movement in there. And then shake that out and take a little bounce, jump, shake. Think of waking up your whole kinesphere. Like you're bringing it all to life, your stardust energy. David Bowie class, how to become a better Ziggy Stardust. Shake it out, enliven your kinesphere. So this is also going to really help clear that lymph. And then we're going to come back and we're going to do another, we're going to go in with face on this. So our rolling, hopefully we're going to get to the ground at some point. We're going to get to the ground in 5 minutes. We're going to start in next to your nose. Now I hope I get this one right. It might be kind of wrong, but there's like 2 little pockets. Perry Nicholson calls that like the toilet. We need to flush the toilet. So lymph is like one of the drainage systems of our body, one of the detoxifiers. And again, I like to make faces. So I'm letting that, as it clears out, there's more movement, place for it to go. And then we're going to go inside your nose. That same from there, you're going to pull easy up into under your eyes 3 times. Doesn't have to be hard. So this is really his exercise, and I hope I'm not missing things. I'm going to get up in there into the ridge just a little bit, really soft and gentle. Yeah, and then you're going to take, I'm going to miss a couple things, but we're basically getting the gist of it. Like where the sort of seed of your eye is, you're going to push one slightly below and one above, just sort of pushing in there. And then switch it to the other side. Good, and then release, relax it all out. And we're going to tap right around your third eye, tapping in, thinking of that moving all the way in, like if we went kind of right through our head this way, we'd hit our pineal gland. And right next to that are these little areas where the cerebrospinal fluid is being produced. Well, it's moving around through there. It's filtering in through there. And we're going to go down to these places again, tippity tap, or feel free to relax your face and move your face around anytime. Tongue and face above your lip. And then soul patch. I like to move from the inside too. I'm taking my tongue into that. Good. Shake it out, shake it out. Temple. Little circles. And as like, okay, so let's just give ourselves a thought with this, that like, oh, thank you, body, for being awesome. Thank you, every single cell. I love and appreciate you. Thank you for being alive. Yay, aren't we lucky? We're here on the planet in human bodies. And then you're gonna take it, this is my own spot that I just find amazing. And it's right under my cheekbone and above my jaw, my mandible. And when I go in there, I can really relax into it. So let yourself just soften in for a second, maybe close your eyes. Yeah, and then one more right here between your ear and your temple. And then shake that out. And we'll go top of the head. A lot of people just go smooth down. I like to do a moving my cranium as my fingers are in my hair. Then when I get to about the sides, I just smooth it down. And that can come towards your collarbones. And we're going to do one more, and that's from the back. So back of the head here. You can even kind of like find that center, so the two halves of your brain, and pull out. And the way that I like to do this is actually to move my head through my fingers. So instead of my hands just doing the work, I am letting my head sort of be born through my fingers. And it's funny even saying letting my head be born, because when humans are born and we come down through the birth canal and out, all of the different concoction of cocktail of stuff in the womb is what gives us a lot of our, helps us with our immune system. So babies going through the birth canal is really important. I was a C-section. Yeah. And have had various like digestive problems my whole life and all sorts of things. So I'm like, yeah, that feeling of like, I know, oh, what would that feel like to like come down and be born, right? Yeah. Squeezed out. Really important things happen down that birth canal. So also I know that in this country, there tends to be a desire for the convenient birth, that we're going to cut your baby out at 4:30 in the afternoon on Tuesday. Not a good thing. Let's stick with the natural birth. Women were made to give birth. All right, I'm going to take us down to the floor, and Georgina, you're going to totally appreciate this. We're just going to go with music. I'm not going to cue you at all. We're going to have a 15-minute roll around with Jeff Gersh, because I bought some of his more albums. They're awesome. Ambient Fields on Bandcamp. He's got all this music that is really perfect for what we're doing. So shout out to Jeff Gersh. I usually put his link in the YouTube. So if you want to go and buy some awesome music to do somatic practices with, get down there. He's got a bunch. Okie dokie. I first need to share screen. Go ahead and say it, G.
I was just saying, yay, Gersh. He's awesome. Love the mojo. Thank you.
So good, so good. Yeah, it's just perfect. I'm like, oh my God. So I bought like a bunch of albums. I'm probably get some more, but
he's one of my buddies. Love him.
Yeah. Yeah, Hudson Valley winner. I'm going to start it in the middle. This is Ambient Fields. What is the name of this album? I think this album is just called number 2. How's the volume on there? Okay, you can hear it, too loud, good. All right, so free flow rolling. I'll bring us back, make sounds, do whatever you need to do. I'm going to mute you too, just, there you go. And then, yeah, gonna roll. Just give yourself a chance for that lymph to move. I am going to say one more thing. Inside all of us, we have like sort of a divine healer guidance. Bring that baby online. Healing inner space, loving the inner space to the outer space. Taking a couple more minutes just to let yourself process all the processing. It may still be processing in movement, but just knowing we're coming towards an ending, although of course you can keep going for as long as you want. Highly recommend downloading the ambient fields music and just spending time letting it create space with your body. So I'm gonna stop recording in just a second, but for everyone in TV land, you can do that lymphatic stuff every day. So you could even just follow the first 5 minutes or 10 minutes and get through that lymph mojo. I think he calls it the lymphatic mojo and the body aquarium. So think of it as really you're detoxifying, clearing out, cleaning the aquarium. All right, TV land people, thank you for showing up. Please like and subscribe. That's the end of the advertisement.